Hi and welcome. We are going to take a look at a piece called Almost a Canon. It's arranged from a piece by Johann Joseph Fuchs. And a very quick word about the composer. It's a name we don't hear so much of, but he's a really important man. He wrote a treatise, a volume, a book on how to write music on counterpoint and on harmony. And it was really well respected. It was used by many of the great composers. And if you go to a music college today, you will come across that same manual of how harmony and counterpoint works. So, big brain kind of musician. Almost a canon. What's a canon? I'm assuming you probably know what one is. Frère Jacques. Is the tune. If we play it in canon, then we play exactly exactly the same tune, but a moment later. And you can do clever things. You can have canons that are exactly the same, or perhaps a canon that's... Let's not get too wrapped up in all of that clever stuff. Let's dive into our Almost a Canon here. Let's start by having a look at the right hand. And I'm paying particular attention to whether a note is detached, whether it's staccato, or whether it's meant to last 2 beats, whether I'm meant to hold it on. And a word just before I start, in bar 5, we've got those 3 notes that are all slurred together. So I'm going to play the last of those 3 slightly detached. Yeah, so I come off there before the next note. Let's listen to a little bit of it. 1, 2, 3. 2 off. 1, 2 off. 1, 2 off. 1, 2 off. And then there's a quiet sort of echo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And that passage where I started to count aloud, think it through very carefully. We've got a tied note there, and a tied note there as well, linking over the bars. So our feeling of where the bar is gets a bit sort of muddled very easily. And then it finishes it off from bar 11. 1, 2, 3. Echo. Slightly slowing up at the end, just ever so slight, I think. Let's have a think through the left hand now, and then I'll go through them together in a moment. Okay, so Almost a Canon, we're playing something very, very, very similar to the right hand, but it's not, strictly speaking, a canon. It's not quite the same, is it? Look at the third line, for example. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Rest. 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 1, 2, 3. Rest. Think smooth for this bit. 2, 3. my scale. 1, 2. Heading towards the G. Getting louder as we do. To finish off. Now let me put it through with both hands together, and I'm going to deliberately go nice and slowly and talk through as I go. And again, is it staccato or do I hold on to a note? 1, 2, 3. Hold. So did you see that one is held whilst I play staccato down there, and that is deceptively tricky. Holding one thing, staccato in another, and I only let go of that G when I press that G. Hold that one. Did you notice the way I was lifting my hand up too much, deliberately, to make myself come really clear of the keyboard, to make sure I was really bringing my hand off at the right time? Second line. Both staccato, just the left hand staccato. Both staccato, just the right hand staccato. Both, just the left. Now a holding on section. Really smooth at the end there. So from bar 5, 6, 7 and 8, so much going on. Holding this, staccato that, then holding that, staccatoing this. You're going to need to go slowly, work it through in your mind what's going on. And then we have this beautiful pretty bit. By the way, that little comma in bar 11 before the G is suggesting to us, have a breath, start a new phrase. So you've just played 1, 2, 3. Get that right off, clear of the keyboard. Each one louder than the one before. Echo. And a slight slowing up at the end there. Incidentally, I would suggest third finger at bar 17 for the left hand on that B. I think I did something different there. On the page, this is one of those pieces that looks deceptively easy, but it's not at all. There's a huge amount going on. Take it really slowly. A little bit of practice hand separately, of course, but then most of the challenge, I think, will come when you have to put them together. I'm going to finish now by playing it through without any natter from me at a nice, slow, steady pace. Thank you for joining us here today. Good luck, Isha, with learning this piece, and if you have any questions, do get in touch. 1